What's going on, ladies and gents? Joe G, Elite Health and Physique. Welcome back to the channel. And it's about that time to talk about cardio. Yes, I know some of you feel hurt just hearing me say that, but more specifically, we're going to talk about the best types of cardio for fat loss. And I'm about to add some cardio into my routine. It's a vegan shredding season, so I thought it would be beneficial to talk about the best types of cardio for fat loss, specifically differentiate between LISS, low intensity, steady state cardio, and HIIT, high intensity interval training, and when you should do them and why. I know it's a lot, but don't worry, we're gonna get through this. All right, you ready? Let's go. All right, so if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, learn all the tips and tricks, help you take control of your health and build your physique. So let's dive back into the cardio. So the word cardio is just another lovely term for aerobic exercise. And so essentially that's just another energy system that your body uses. And alternatively, when you're in the gym building your physique with weights and you're training with weights, you're usually training in short bursts, high intensity, and then you rest for a short duration afterwards. So when you train like this, you're using another energy system, and that energy system is called the anaerobic energy system. And your body relies on this system to fuel those lovely muscle contractions and those nice pumps. And on the other hand, when you're talking about aerobic exercise, it usually involves more smooth, rhythmic, repetitive movements like jogging or cycling, and your body requires oxygen in order for this system to run. But let me be clear, you can definitely burn fat without doing cardio, especially if your training program is optimized to do so. But there are so many benefits other than fat loss with cardio. So just by doing cardio, you improve your cardiovascular system, which reduces your risk of developing cardiovascular disease. It reduces your risk of developing diabetes. It reduces your risk of developing other metabolic diseases. And it also reduces your risk of certain types of cancers. But not only that, it also helps you recover in general because you're getting oxygen to those muscles and pushing out the lactic acid. So now let's talk about the great debate between LISS cardio and HIIT cardio. So there used to be a time where bodybuilders would not do HIIT cardio because they had a fear that they would lose too much muscle by doing this type of cardio. But that logic was proven flawed because when you actually do long intervals of steady state cardio, you train your muscle fibers to be more aerobic and to have more endurance. And there's research and evidence that suggests that this actually makes them weaker in the long run. However, you will burn more calories, more fat calories while you're doing steady state cardio. But you actually burn fewer fat calories with steady state cardio than you actually do with HIIT cardio. The key is you want to focus on the cardio, the total amount of calories burned in your cardio during the workout and then post-workout while you're recovering. But the real key to cardio for fat loss is actually the calories you burn the rest of your day for fat loss. So this is actually due to excess post-oxygen consumption. And simply put, it's the boost in your metabolism or calorie burning after the workout. So obviously when you're working out, your body's burning calories to get through the workout. But your body also burns calories after the workout to help with recovery with your muscle fibers, to help replenish your glycogen, to help remove lactic acid, and all the, and obviously plenty more other things. But this whole process takes up calories in order to help you recover. And the majority of these calories are fat calories. So this is why HIIT cardio is actually more beneficial for fat loss, and it helps you retain muscle than doing long, steady state cardio. So now that we know the science behind it, I'm gonna show you a couple of options that I use when I first implement some cardio into my shredding diet. So I'll show you one exercise that I use when I first implement some steady state cardio, and then I'll also show you what I use to implement some high intensity interval training. And so that way you have a better idea of how to implement these. Obviously, don't take and do exactly what I do. You can, but depending on where you are, you wanna make sure you start at a pace that's sustainable for you and that you can keep adding to and building upon, because HIIT cardio is very taxing on the body. It's done in a short burst and you burn more calories, obviously, as the day goes on. However, it's very taxing, so it's hard to recover from. So you do want to make sure you sprinkle it in as you go. So try this just one time per week. See how you feel, see how you're recovering in the following days, and then go from there. If you're seeing good results, stay there. If you're not, then you can add another day in, and then just how you progress and you add the cardio in to your liking to see how the results come for you. All right, so enough talk. I'm gonna show you a couple of quick routines that you can use and start off on your cardio. All right, let's do it. All right, first things first, we're going to start off with some low intensity, steady state cardio. But before I get into this, I have to say this. Your diet and your training should be the priority for your fat loss journey. So many people just want to do tons and tons of cardio, and that's cool. And I'm not knocking your hustle, but it's just not sustainable long term. And to be honest, it can be discouraging, especially if you don't see results. And so the cardio is just here to be sprinkled on top like Jimmy's on a vegan cupcake. You know I gotta plug that, baby. So with that being said, you do want to vary your cardio between the elliptical, the treadmill, stairmaster, and a stationary bike. Some people like to do cardio outside. I personally do not like to do cardio outside. I like the elements to be controlled. So I even bought a treadmill at my house because I don't like being outside, probably because the Lord has blessed me with enough melanin. But do whatever pleases you, whatever is going to make you continue to do the cardio, whatever's sustainable for you, that's what you should do. Now, how I start my cardio is depending on my diet, how fast I want to get to these results. Now, I have 3 months, 90 days to get to the results that I'm trying to get to. And so in order to do that, I just start cardio off very slow. So I will do about 10 minutes of cardio, either on the elliptical, treadmill, stairmaster. And I usually will do it at a pace where I'm burning about 100 to 200 calories per session. When I'm doing that, I'm just looking for the results at the end of the week. If everything's looking good, then I'm gonna keep it going. So this is something you need to take into mind when you start your cardio. And the reason you vary cardio between these different types of cardio is because, one, you want to make sure you have some variety in your cardio so it doesn't get too boring and it doesn't become a plague or a distraction or something that you're just like, I loathe and I don't want to do. It still may be that for you regardless of what you're doing, but at least you have something fresh every time you switch it up. Two is because certain types of cardio cause different types of fatigue. So some cardio may have a little more impact, like jogging, whereas being on the elliptical, there's not that much impact, so my joints can recover and I can still burn calories. So that's something you also want to keep in mind when you're doing your cardio. So just to keep it simple, to wrap this up, you want to start your cardio off 10 minutes, 100, 200 calories, and then you want to see where the results take you for steady state cardio. And then now I'm going to show y'all how I do HIIT cardio when I add that into my routine. So when I add in HIIT cardio, I like to do cardio that requires a lot of coordination from almost the whole body. So jump rope is a great way to add that in because it requires so much coordination, hand-eye coordination, wrist, the timing of the rope, jumping, your shoulders get activated, your whole body gets activated. So I like to do this in a Tabata style training so that a rest ratio of 2 to 1. So I'm working twice as much as I'm resting. So I like to pair my jump rope up with my ladder drills. And again, the ladder drills require the same amount of coordination, whole body is being worked, and I like the ratio to be, again, 2 to 1. So I'm working for about 2 minutes, 1 minute of jump rope, and then 1 minute consistently of the ladder drills. But you have to keep in mind that this is very taxing on your body. So the jumping and the pounding of the feet. So you have to make sure that you sprinkle this in probably once or twice a week, depending on how you feel in terms of your recovery. And personally, I played college football. I played football my whole life at a high level, and I definitely sustained some injuries. And one in particular, I tore my MCL. And it talks to me, it lets me know, hey buddy, listen, I don't like the way you're treating me right now. And so sometimes you have to back off. So you have to pay attention to the injuries that you had in your past, or if something new comes up, you might want to back off a little bit on your frequency in order to let yourself recover, because it's a longevity game. I want to be doing this forever. There's no end line, so it keeps on moving. So you have to find different ways to take control of your health and build your physique, so that way you can be here for a very long time. That's all. That's the goal. That's what everybody wants to do. You want to see your family grow. You want to see your friends grow. You want to be here to grow. And so this is the way to do it. And so just to wrap this up with the HIIT cardio, I do about 1 to 2 sessions of this type of HIIT cardio per week when I'm dieting, to sprinkle in some variety into my cardio, and obviously to hold a little more muscle while I'm dieting, obviously because my style of training is bodybuilding. There's plenty of types of training. You have to find what works best for you and what your goal is and train accordingly. So if you want to look like a sprinter, you need to do some sprints. You want to look like your physique is on point, you need to do some bodybuilding type of training. If you want to look like a runner, then you don't have to worry about muscle, then you need to just worry about your form and you worry about the time. So it's all different for everybody. But with this particular HIIT cardio, I'm doing a 2-to-1 rest ratio, and I will probably do about 6 sessions of this. So that'll give me about 6 minutes of high intensity interval training, and then I will build upon this. I'll go up to 8 minutes, I'll go up to 10 minutes, I'll go up to 14 minutes, I'll go up to 16 minutes, and it's really short duration, but you are working hard the whole time, and you are burning calories during it, and then most importantly, the majority of your calories are being burned after it to recover. So the main takeaway is keep it simple, make it sustainable, and just get started. All right, ladies and gents, so I hope you got some useful information that you can apply and help you get you some results on your fat loss journey. I hope you understand the difference between steady state cardio and high intensity interval training, and how you can burn more fat calories by using both. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, help the elite movement grow, and I gotta get my cardio in, so I'll let y'all go and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.